All right, good morning. It's probably around 7 o'clock. Slept fine. Just some normal aches and pains this morning. Nothing out of the ordinary. Uh, just feeling really good. It's a little, as you can see, it's cloudy and it's very windy. Light rain this morning, even though it said like 5%. So there's just some drizzling. Hoping they said that I think it's going to clear up a little bit before 10. I have to be out of the campsite by noon, but so I'm hoping to have breakfast. Probably start setting all that up probably within the hour or so. Today is going to just be a really good hearty breakfast. I'm going to pull back out the cast iron pot, kind of like the same thing that I did the other day with the potatoes, onions, and some other stuff, and we'll do that when we do it. Other than that, it was really, once again, to reflect on, doing those really heavy miles 2 days in a row. I enjoyed it. I did push myself. If it was going to be, more than a couple, if I only knew I was going, if I was going to go further, but I knew I was going to go there and back. So that's the reason why I said, well, why not? But I probably now, like I said, I mentioned it yesterday, I will now recover for the next few days and just stay off, not doing anything, heavy, big physical stuff. So, all right, next time, so I'm going to get back to the van, straighten it up a little bit, and then start getting ready for a really good breakfast. All right, thanks for coming along. This has been a beautiful campsite, and it's like, once again, to me, like a little hidden gem around this part of Florida. Uh, like I said, it's beautiful. Uh, all right, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, it's coming up about 9 o'clock. It's still very overcast. I'm going to go ahead and start making the breakfast. Very, very simple. I'm just, once again, the potatoes from last time, some onion, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut up some tofu, put it in at the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook it all in the cast iron. I'm just gonna, basic flavors, just salt and pepper. I'm gonna put a little bit of cumin right at the very end when I throw the tofu in, so it'll give it that little bit of a flavor. Then I'm gonna top it off with some sriracha, and then in the lid, I'm gonna go ahead and warm some flour tortillas to make like breakfast tacos. So I'm gonna get everything cut up and then we'll start cooking. Okay, I got it all chopped up. So I'm gonna put in the potatoes and onions first because they take longer to cook, and the tofu I'll throw in right at the last moment. I'll salt and pepper the onions and potato, and then, like I said, I'll put in the tofu and add the cumin, and then I'll go ahead and I'll warm up the tortillas in the lid. So let's get cooking. I already got the stove all set up, and I'll show you along. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and load them up, and then add some sriracha, and I'm set for a really big breakfast. All right, the breakfast was very, very good. Feel like I need to take a long nap, but I also have to be out of the campsite. So I've already packed up. The van's ready to go. Very, very, very nice. The whole stay here. This is a little hidden gem. Like I said, I mentioned the price at in the first video. Highly recommended. It's very, very quiet, very peaceful, right on the pond, and really enjoyed it. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching the videos. And once again, and putting up with me as I'm still trying to master this craft and getting the videos, to a point where they're, where I'm not like just stumbling or babbling or rambling or whatever I do. But thank you again. Your pal Stump Knocker here. Truly hoping that all of you have your own amazing adventures.